Hello everyone, in this video we'll go through a DMW project which is virtual keyboard using OpenCV and Python by Shravani Shinde from Bharati Vidyapit. So the main idea of this project is to display the keys of a keyboard on the screen and allow the user with the help of a web camera to select a character when the desired color or finger is virtually inside the rectangle which corresponds to a key. So we need to import some important packages or library for this project. So the first one which will import is import CV2 as CV. This one is the latest one is CV2. In this, everything is returned as NumPy object like ndarray and native Python objects like list, tuples, dictionary, etc. So due to this NumPy support, you can do any NumPy operation here. The second one is import NumPy as NP, which stands for Numerical Python. This is a library consisting of multi-dimensional array objects. Using NumPy, we can perform mathematical and logical operations in array. And the third is import immutals. So this is a series of convenience function to basic image processing functions like such as translation, rotation or resizing, etc. And the fourth is import JSON. So basically JSON model is mainly used to convert the Python dictionary into JSON string that can be written into a file. So when the JSON model will convert strings to Python data types, normally the JSON functions are used to read and write directly from the JSON files. And the fifth is import PyAutoGUI. This is a library that allows you to control the mouse and keyboard to do various things. So this Python model is for human beings and it is the third party library. We need to install it by using pip install PyAutoGUI. So it is a Python automation library which we can use to click, drag, scroll, move, etc. It can be used to click at an exact position. So now we'll move on to the code. So these are the libraries and packages we have imported. So if you are using PyCharm, from the file settings, and then we'll go to Python interpreter. So by clicking on this plus sign, we can, and by searching any of the packages here, we can install the package and click OK. So after that, when you write these sentences, the packages will be installed automatically. So we'll start from this line. So cam equal to cv.video capture. So it lets you to create a video capture object which is helpful to capture videos through webcam, and then you may perform desired operations on that video. After that, we'll declare an array which is list in Python. So it can be created by just placing the sequence inside the square brackets. So after that, we have used num for declaring the numbers, then 6 rows which will declare the alphabets, backspace and other buttons, and x and y coordinates. So for range I in range 0 to 10, so we'll declare a range from 0 to 10 and data curly bracket. So it is a pair of braces which creates an empty dictionary. Then declaring x and y coordinates and its width and height, will declare a value for num I. So in this case, the numbers will be declared. And array.append data will append the data. Similarly, this section of code will be repeated for other rows. So, here we can see for row 1, row 2, for row 3, 4, and similarly till row 6, which will cover all the rows and append all the data as their width and height will be specified. So the next is the JSON string. So this function will convert a Python object into a JSON string. Okay. So the next is JSON data equal to JSON load. So this load is used to read the JSON document from file, and it will convert the JSON string document into a Python dictionary. And the second is image equal to cv dot Gaussian blur. So Gaussian blur, basically it will take the width and height of the kernel, which we need to specify. It should be positive and odd. So here we have declared 5, which is positive and odd. We also have to specify the standard deviation in the directions x and y. So here we have declared 10 and 20, the values of x and y. So for I in range 0 to 10. So for range from 0 to 10, CV rectangle image is a standard syntax. So your image will contain the image. X and Y are the start points and end point. And this is the color, and 2 is declared as the thickness of that. So, and here I forgot to tell you, image equal to immutals resize. Image, so width is 1030 and height is 700. So the resize function of this immutal will maintain the aspect ratio and provide the keyword arguments width and height so that the image can be resized. So first it will maintain the aspect ratio, and second it will ensure the dimensions of the image do not have to be explicitly computed by the developer. Also, the aspect ratio of the original image could be preserved in the resized image. So we have used immutals.resize here. So after cv.rectangle, the next is cv.putText. So the syntax here we have written is, this is the image, num I, this is the text, and cv font Horses Simplex, this is the font followed by the font scale. Then for the one is the we have declared here the thickness and color, the line type, and false. So this is the, by default it is bottom left origin. So as we have declared the range for numbers, so this part of code will be repeated. Similarly for all the remaining rows, just we need to change here the name of the row. So here we have declared for numbers, here for row 1, here for row 2, row 3, row 4. Similarly, following by the different rows which will cover all the keys of the keyboard. And here, instead of row, we'll just declare the V plus and V minus, which will be used for increasing and decreasing the volume, and for this will be used to mute or unmute the volume. So after this, HSV image. So basically HSV stands for hue, saturation and value color space. So here we can consider two concepts, which is erosion, is where we will erode the edges. We have given 5 into 5 pixels, so all the pixels are white, then we get white, otherwise we will get black. This may help to eliminate some white noise. And the other version of this is dilation. Basically it does the opposite of erosion, so it will slide around. If the entire area isn't black, then it will be converted to white. So mask open and mask close. So it also has two concepts. You can say two pairs, which is opening and closing. As we can here see, mask open and mask close. So the goal with opening is to remove false positives, so to speak. Sometimes in the background you get some pixels here and there of noise. So the idea of closing is to remove all the false negatives. So next we use this cons, which is contour. So using contour detection, we can detect the borders of objects, and we can then localize them easily in an image. Next, after declaring the length cont is equal to 1 and xy coordinates and width and height of the bounding rectangle for the contours, we'll declare the cx and cy. Okay, before that, I'll tell you about the CV to retrieve external and chain approx simple. So this portion of the sentence will retrieve only the extreme outer contours, and CV dot chain approx simple will store only the corner points. So yes, again to this line, if the length contour is equal to 1, the xy width height equal to CV bounding rectangular. So this will indicate, it is the function of OpenCV, which we can use to draw an approximate rectangle around the binary image. So when we'll see the numbers and alphabets on the screen, it will have a bounding rectangular of a particular size which we have declared. So this function is used mainly to highlight the region of interest after obtaining contours from an image. So after declaring the cx and cy, we'll move on to cv.circle. So this is a standard syntax for a circle. So whenever the contour, or in our case if we show a green color on the screen while clicking or scrolling any key on the keyboard, we'll get a circle, so which will detect the contour points. So this will show the contour. So the syntax indicates the image, and cx cy are the center coordinates. 20 is the radius of the circle, and this is the color and thickness of the circle which will be displayed when it will detect the green color. Then we'll call the length object with object as an iterable to return the number of items objects it will contain. And here the length of JSON data. So JSON data is commonly used to transfer the data as text. So whenever we'll click on the keys, it will display the text on the, for example, you can consider a notepad. So after this, PyAuto GUI, press what. So as previously I have told while importing the PyAuto GUI library, so this automation library will be used to click, drag, or scroll or move over the keyboard keys. It can be used to click at an exact position. And then next is CV2 ImShow cam image. So the CV2.image show, this method is used to display an image in a window. And next the CV.wait key. So this will allow you to wait for a specific time in milliseconds until you press any button on the keyboard to stop the execution. So I'll just show you a quick demo how it will be. Just a second. Yes. So I'll just open a notepad. Okay. So as I have used the green color, see, whenever I'll just take over this green thread, it will type the alphabets or any word on the notepad and it will be displayed. So I'll move this to V plus, the volume is increased. And then when I'll go over the V minus button, the volume will be decreased. And this V mute, you can see the cross, it will mute the volume. Then space, enter, okay, just type something and then backspace, then down, up, down, right, and again you can backspace. Okay. So this was the demo. Okay. So hope you found this video informative and will try out this virtual keyboard. Thank you.